Hello, everybody. You early birds, you. How is it going? Lori and Geraldine. I couldn't. Lori says, I couldn't get enough of myself, so I went live twice in it. That's exactly what happened. I couldn't get enough of myself. I figured if one of me is good, two must be even better. It must be twice as good. Geraldine, very glad to see you here. Yeah, I did a live stream 2 hours ago, 6 o'clock Eastern, whatever that is, Lima time. I forget. It's like you guys are way out east in the Atlantic, so who knows what time you guys are. It's probably like midnight or something for you guys. So I went live 2 hours ago because my friend Daniel DG, who's usually on that time, couldn't go live. He had things to do and people to see and line dances to dance or something. So I figured we're all used to hanging out and getting together at that time anyway, so I went live on a mobile. I used my cell phone and went live on a mobile live stream. Out in my garden. Out back, we took a garden party together, which was awesome. So that was pretty cool. Hello there, Yvonne. Glad to see you again. Hello, Pam. You're having a day. Well, that does not sound good. I don't like the sound of that. You are 100% one of the cool kids, Tyler. We have a spot for you right here at the cool kids table. So, trying to upload my video before piano students came, see, she's having such a day that she hit enter before she finished typing her sentence, so now she's typing out the rest of it. Don't be frustrated, Pam. All this kind of stuff happens. You want to know something funny, Pam? I'm going to tell you this because your avatar doesn't show your full face and kind of hidden. I always think that your user profile picture looks like you're wearing a train engineer's hat. How do you like that? Is that funny? Does that make you laugh? Looks like a little train engineer's hat there. So, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it was a really cute hat. Hello, Mike, famous Mike. How's it going, bud? I hope that everything is going well for you. Well, it's time to start. Do we really need to do the countdown? Is it really necessary to do the countdown? It's probably not, right? But we could do let's put it in this scene here. And kill the music. The unparalleled pleasure, the dopamine hit of the day is called the simultaneous sip. Get your beverage ready because I need a drink of my diet sweet tea. So good. Now, continuing her thought, Pam said, trying to upload my video before piano students came, and it had a copyright, not a strike, but a copyright notice, even though the music was from YouTube royalty-free library. I re-uploaded it. YouTube suggested music, and it was terrible, so I uploaded the original. That's good. Here's the thing, Pam. You know, if it's a copyright notice, someone else has said this is my music, even if they're not right, just go ahead and let the video go out. And then you can appeal that. There's a button for you to appeal it. And usually within less than a day, they'll check it and they'll say, oh, there's nothing wrong with this music. This is copyright-free music. So whoever filed the copyright claim, and sometimes it's just their stupid AI, YouTube's built-in AI bots thinking it's copyrighted. So if it's not a strike, and even if it is copyrighted music, like Daniel probably gets copyrighted notices all the time playing his country music. His 90s country songs all the time, he probably gets copyright notices all the time. It really doesn't mean very much. Almost always the video stays up. It just means if you're monetized, whoever owns the copyright is going to get the money, any money that would come to that video. But yeah, if you get a copyright notice, just go ahead and upload it anyway. And then you can always hit the appeal button if it's not really. Okay, so you're in Central, so you're an hour behind me. Wow, that's wild. I mean, technically you can retire. Well, I'll tell you what they used to say to me. I worked at the phone company in another life. I think Lori and I might have worked for the same company. Did you work at Lucent, Lori? I think I remember you saying something about Lucent in a video once or a live stream. And I worked for Lucent Technologies right when they first became Lucent Technologies. And before that, we were called Western Electric, which is something I have in common with Pops, right? Pop's Wisdom Corner was also a line splicer, which is what my job was for the phone company. And whenever you would ask for a day off, the supervisor would just say, whatever you can afford. You can take how many days off you want, whatever you can afford. So you're not getting paid. So the question is, can you retire? Yes. Whatever you can afford. That's really up to you. You just did a video, that's funny, about trying to do too much. That's a great topic, man. That's kind of a sickness we all have, isn't it? We all try to do too much. We're all go-getters. Anybody who's got a YouTube channel is already probably a doer, an active go-getter, a self-motivated, active person type personality, and we all try to do too much. I'm looking forward to that one, Lori. I need that video. Get it out ASAP, immediately, if not sooner. So you started with Lucent in 1997, the year I left Lucent. Wow. There are probably a few months where we overlapped, most likely. Because I came to work for the current company I'm at today in 97, leaving Lucent Technologies behind. And yeah, I was with them when they became Lucent, and they came up with that crazy, stupid logo. How much money did they pay to that company to come up with a coffee cup stain on a napkin? Dilbert made a lot of fun of that logo at the time. We paid, I don't know, millions of dollars for a logo that looked like a paintbrush went in a circle. Called it Lucent. Those were the days. Welcome to part 2, everybody. Yeah, so we did the garden party earlier. Part 2 is now the Cool Kids table. Welcome to the Cool Kids table, everybody. There's plenty of room here. I don't know if you noticed. As you look around the living room here, I've got tons of space for you. I have couches. I've got chairs. Everybody go ahead and grab a drink if you want. There's a table set up in the back where you can grab a drink. I've got all kinds of cool stuff for you. But earlier tonight, we had our garden party. I had a great time with that. It was different in a good way. Using mobile to go live, I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest with you. It's really hard for me to see the comments. I don't have the greatest vision in the world. And I really don't like vertical video. I think that's because I've been making YouTube videos now for 10 years. And I was making videos before that, even going back to my childhood. We kind of always had a video camera around the house. My dad had a bunch of video cameras, the camcorders, and even old VHS massive camera that you would hold on your shoulder. And it could hold an actual VHS tape inside of it with a separate battery that your brother had to carry around in a backpack. So I've been making video content like since I was a little kid. And I've taken some classes on filmmaking, cinematography. I just like the horizontal aspect ratio. I just like the way that videos look when they're horizontal. I was kind of struggling out there when I was setting up that tripod and where I was going to put the camera, because when it's a horizontal or when it's a vertical video like this, I can't get what I consider to be a pleasing shot. I want to get a pleasant looking, visually aesthetic shot. Like, so for example, let's go back to this main setup right here, right? I've got this set up, and I've got it set up so that when I'm sitting here perfectly relaxed, I'm a third of the way off to the side, right? That's using the rule of thirds. I'm not sitting, dead in the middle, right? It's just a pleasing. It's just the thing that's known with cameras is you cut your video into thirds. Let's not go down a rabbit trail, Scott. Anyway, the point is, I don't like vertical video that much. I like horizontal video better. But I had a good time. We definitely got a ton more viewers. Here's the stats that came out after that was over. 295 views is 6 times more viewers than I would typically get on a live stream. I usually get 45 to 50 people checking in and dropping in and checking out. And usually there's about 15 of you who hang around for almost all of it, as much of it as you can. And it fluctuates, but as you can see here, we had 31 at a given time as the peak concurrent. 347 chat messages is actually pretty low for statistics for us. We're usually more like in the 450 to 500 chat messages, but I think that there was less talking going on because it was a pretty chill out garden party type setup, you know. It was fun. But most of all, I want to say thank you to those of you who are here tonight in part 2, but who also attended earlier this afternoon. Thank you for showing up for both of them. I cannot tell you how much it means to me that you would be interested in hanging out, chilling over here at my house, chatting with each other, and listening to me ramble about whatever I'm talking about. It means a lot to me. Let us take a look here at the chat and see which other cool kids have pulled up a chair here at the cool kids table. All right. Thank you for acknowledging me. I love you. Sally, did you feel unacknowledged? Because listen, I got to say something, Sally. I'm going to say something. I hope I don't hurt your feelings. But you got no room to criticize people for not acknowledging you. Because I don't know how many times I've been in your live stream and talking in the chat and you never even knew I was there. It's just the nature of these live streams that you don't see every message and you don't see every person. And Miss Sally, you frequently don't acknowledge me, but I don't hold that against you because I don't mind, because I know what it's like to have the chat scrolling by and you can't see it all. And then when you finally do see one of my messages, you misunderstand what I'm talking about anyway. It doesn't even come out right. So I'm looking over here because Suzuki has found a spool of fishing line, and she's decided it's a hockey puck, and she's pushing it all over the wooden floors here, which is pretty funny. I'm just going to let her play over there, but she'll be distracting to me, so that's the way it goes. Hello, Sally. Hello, Pam. Hello, Debbie Sue. How are you? Very good to see you. You thought you were invisible? Wait, is Sally here? Has anybody seen Sally? Where is Sally? I don't see Sally. Does anyone see Sally? Kind of like Tyler pretending he couldn't hear me in the previous live stream. Tyler said, "I can't hear you." But he was just trolling me. Speaking of trolls, let's hear a round of applause for Lori, our moderator, holding down the fort, knocking out the dummies. There were a couple of trolls who showed up, and she whacked them. You know, I got a pretty high tolerance for shenanigans, so people coming in making funny comments, I'm all for it. It's just when they come in swearing and being, vulgar and vile, they got to go. But there was a funny comment. I didn't see it until after the live stream was over, and I scrolled back and I looked at every comment, which I do, by the way. After every live stream, I do scroll back and read every comment that you guys leave during the live stream, because you can't see them all in real time. You miss them. But somebody said, and this is somebody we don't know, someone just dropped in randomly, and you probably saw it, said they tried to get a job at the orange juice factory, but they couldn't concentrate. That was pretty good. That's pretty good, whoever you were. That was a good comment. I liked it. But let's see here. Who we got? Who do we got joining us at the Cool Kids table? We got a lot of cool people sitting down here with us, right? I made this thumbnail for the Cool Kids table for the live stream. Obviously, it's an AI generated picture of, the prompt I used was let's draw the Cool Kids table, but let's go with the 80s aesthetic, something along the lines of the Breakfast Club. And the first few times, stupid AI kept putting all boys at the table, and I don't like that. We gotta have the ladies. You can't have a Cool Kids table without the ladies hanging out, Has anyone seen Sally? Where is Sally? I don't see her anywhere. Where is she? Lucent was such a scam. I tell you what, it was. They spun off. They spun off a few pieces of AT&T, and it became Lucent, including my group and Bell Labs and a few other pieces. But man, whoever sold them that logo and name for like $50 million, you know what I should have done is I should have been a consultant coming up with company names and logos back then. I would have been a bazillionaire by now. Sorry I'm late. I got sidetracked doing paperwork. Hey Dana, no problem. Why are you apologizing? You don't owe us anything here. We're just gonna keep your spot free until you show up. So don't apologize, please. Don't apologize. Anybody can be here. Has anybody seen Sally? I'm not sure where she went. Maybe she's gonna show up later tonight. I don't see Sally anywhere. Hi Yvonne. Adopted family. Speaking of adopted, how cool was it to hear M and Graciela both talking about being adopted? I hope that I think the coolest thing that came out of the chat from the earlier live stream was M saying that she's going to go live even though she's afraid to. That's exciting. Somebody deciding to go live and do a live stream when they're afraid to, that's not just brave, that's heroic if you ask me. It's scary going live your first time. I don't remember the first time I went live. It was on the cell phone. I think it was on one of our Thanksgiving, Black Friday motorcycle rides, and we were at Sebring or something, and we were hanging around in a gazebo, and I just decided to go live for the heck of it. I didn't even know how it worked, and not a single person watched it, but it was the first one. But I don't know. I've been doing live streams for a long time now. Most of my old live streams for the old thing was like doing side-by-side interviews and having guests on and stuff like that. People who rode motorcycles all around the country, I'd have them on. It was a motorcycle channel, so that's obviously what it would be. But a lot of guest interview type live streams, and I've marked all of those things private now, so those are invisible. Lori's talking to. Why are you talking to Sally? She's not even here. Sorry I didn't see you. I'm running around not paying attention to the comments, just responding to Scott. Well, I don't know why you're talking to Sally. She's not here. I haven't seen her. I don't know. Maybe she'll show up later, though. I don't know where she is. Yeah, I want to see that video, too. Exactly. Sorry, I'm listening and making dinner and venting to Dylan, but now you have my full attention. Well, don't you think making dinner and venting to Dylan is more important? You got to have these priorities. Let me just set the record straight, you guys. When it comes to priorities, this live stream should be really, really low on your priorities. Your family, your job, your sanity, your peace and quiet, your alone time, that's way above here. So if you got a chance to drop in and say hi and hang out at the table, awesome. But if not, do the other stuff, you know. The light of that video looked nice. Talking about the outdoor live stream out back, it was nice. The sun was going down. Perfect timing, actually. The sun went over the roof of the condo next door just as we were finishing up, so perfect. I had that sunset golden hour thing going on. Message from my dad, and yeah, he told me this earlier tonight too. You know what I want to do? I think I need to I'm sorry guys, this is a little bit of administrative work, but I can't have the chat covering up that picture. It's going to drive me crazy. So there we go. Fix that. He told me he was not feeling good earlier tonight. I've been sick since Sunday night. I finally got some meds yesterday. Hope all is well. Sorry I cannot stay. You guys keep my dad in prayer there. He's been sick since Sunday. And you know when I found out? About an hour ago. Sick since Sunday. Here it is Wednesday. He finally told me he's not feeling good. So that's a dad for you. He doesn't tell you he's not feeling good. So I haven't been praying for him to feel better for the past 4 days because I didn't know. But now that we all know, how many people are in the chat right now, I wonder? Let's take a peek. Let's see. We got 14. Okay, 14 of you guys pray for my dad to feel better. There we go. Pops is here. Pops is here. Good. I trust that you arrived home safely, driving and listening and not being able to chat in the drive. I've done that before. Got a question for you, Pops, but I want to ask it in a way that doesn't give anything away that you don't want to talk about. But I stumbled upon something interesting that Pops has going on. I don't know if that's something that you want to kind of keep on the down low. We won't talk about it unless you bring it up, Pops. But I think it's very cool. It is very cool. But that's your tale to tell. You need to get some rest. That's exactly what I told him. I said, skip the live stream and go get the rest that you need. Debbie Sue says, hi, Pops. Somebody says Pops, but I don't know who this is. Some stranger or something. Is Sally here? Has anyone seen Sally, by the way? I'm hoping she shows up. You are one cool dude, Scott. Do you guys remember that scene in Ferris Bueller's Day Off when the secretary from the school was talking to the principal? And she's talking about Ferris and how everybody loves him. And she goes, he's a righteous dude. With her, like, Chicago accent, because all of the John Hughes movies took place in, like, Shermer, Illinois or something. I said Illinois. Oh, my goodness. I know it's Illinois. I don't know why I said Illinois. I think because I was doing the Chicago accent. And so, you know, the Chicagoan guys, they say everything kind of Chicago. And they don't say Illinois, but it's the kind of thing with the accent you could accidentally do a little bit, you know. So anyway, the secretary said to the principal that Ferris, he's a righteous dude. So thank you, Yvonne. That's very sweet of you to say it. Get better, Sonny. I've also been sick, but I'm feeling so much better. You just reminded me of a Tom Petty song. Do you guys know that song? What is it? I'll probably feel a whole lot better when you're gone. I will feel a whole lot better when you guys are not gone. Hey, Pops. Hey, Texas Gypsy. Hello, Pops. Thanks, Lori and Debbie Sue. Hello, Pops. I don't know where Sally is. I wonder where she is. She's invisible. I can't find her. I don't know. Hey, Mike. Good to see you, buddy. Hi, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Hi, everybody. I like when Nana's doing a live stream. She kind of like reads every single comment and she shouts out who said it. And I love the way she does it. She goes, Nana says, hey, Lori. Lori says, hey, CL. Simply Debbie Sue says, hey, CL. Have Fun in Nature says, can we sit at the cool kids table? I love how you do that, Nana. That's a really great way to go through the comments. Hi, Tiffany and Brian. Of course you can sit at the tool. Look, I saved you a corner spot right here at the corner of the table. And if you guys forgot your lunch money, I'll share my French fries with you. Glad you made it. How's everybody doing? Everybody saying hi to each other. So I'm going to scroll past the highs as everybody says hi, Tiffany or Brian or both. Everybody's saying hi to each other. I'm going to scroll. You laughed at that one. And so, no, I don't see her. I don't think she's here. I was hoping she would make it to the live stream, but she's nowhere to be found. Can't find her. Nana is cool. I don't know about this cool kids table thing. I've never sat at one of those. That's what Gen X was saying. Gen X Adventures was saying that she never got to sit at the cool kids table in school. Well, you know what we had in my school? It wasn't so much the cool kids table. You know where the cool kids always hung out in my school was at the back of the school bus. That was the place to be. If you had that back row, oh my goodness. Our school bus, believe it or not, our school brought us to school in real fancy touring motor coaches. Especially when I lived, this is when I lived overseas. My dad being in the Navy. We lived in Italy. And our schools were Department of Defense military kids schools. It's not a military school, but it was schools that the military had set up, high schools and elementary schools, for the children of the military people. And they picked us up in these really fancy, high-end motor coach type touring buses with really nice seats, but the back row, all the way across the back, there was the one seat in the middle that could look all the way down the aisle and then all the back. And you wanted to be in that back of the bus. That back row, back seat was the coolest place. That's where all the cool kids played. Somebody always brought a boombox, brought, whatever the new cassette was. You could bring in a new cassette to school and have, if it was cool enough, they'd play it on the boombox while we're working our way to school. Good memories, the back of the bus. Which obviously, when I eventually studied Rosa Parks, I didn't understand it. It didn't make any sense. Like, why didn't she want to go to the back of the bus? She was being forced to go to the back of the bus because of her color. And I was like, when I was learning this, I was like, okay, so they told her to go to where the cool kids sit. What's wrong with that? Why wouldn't she want to go to the back of the bus? That's the coolest place. That's where all the cool people are. Come on, Rosa. Get back there. Go hang out. They're saying you're cool, Rosa. They're saying you're the cool kid. Go back there. Somebody had to explain it to me like I was 5. Is there a seat around the table for me, someone? There is. I believe I saved you a spot right next to Pops. But you and Pops can hang out together, and that way you guys can talk amongst yourself between and make fun of me the whole time. I love all the big hair in the thumbnail. Yeah, I said let's make it look as 80s as possible. So AI obliged me and gave me the 80s. Lori's moving over for you. Even better. You get to sit next to Lori. Woo! Even better. I got seats for all you guys. All of yous. She is a sweetheart. Pam is the sweetheart of the rodeo. You guys know that album? You guys remember that musical album, Sweetheart of the Rodeo? Pam is the sweetheart of the cool kids table. You think big hair is coming back? That would be so awesome if 80s big hair came back. That would be a dream come true. And if it does, oh my gosh, you guys, I was saying this to somebody else recently. Do you know, I got really long hair, right? My hair is really long all over the place. Do you guys know what an incredible mullet I could do if I wanted to? If big 80s hair came back for the gals, and if I wanted to do an early 90s mullet, oh my goodness, I could have the Billy Ray Cyrus of all Billy Ray Cyruses, guys. I would like have that shaved, a little bit of like office haircut up on top, and it would be like super, super long mullet. It would be the mullet of all kingdom of mullets. But let's all say a prayer. Dear Jesus, bring back 80s big hair on the girls, because that would be awesome. I know you guys think I'm crazy. You're right, but you love me. So this is, I believe, her reply into being called the sweetheart. Sally, where are you? I don't think she's here. I don't know where she went. We're just playing with you, Sally. We're just playing with you. Listen, if you want to live up to the name Gen X, you darn well better get yourself some Aquanet. I think you better be stocking up on the Aquanet hairspray right now. Yeah, Pops, I know. I was just kidding around. She said she felt invisible because Mike wasn't responding to her, so I stopped responding and pretended like she's invisible too. There's no such thing as too many hair products, you guys. What are you guys talking about? Embrace the 80s. Where are you, Brother Daryl? Oh, but we have to call him Brother Daryl, apparently, because if we type, as we learned in the last live stream, if you type Big D, YouTube hides your comment because it thinks you're being naughty just because you're saying Big D. So we'll have to call him our other brother, Daryl. You had a perm, and it was big, plus the tall bangs. Oh, Pam, you have to show us a picture. Please do a live stream and show us a picture of tall perm, tall bangs, mega perm, 80s Pam, because that would be legendary. I know you're here, Sally. We're just giving you a hard time. Yeah, see, Jen agrees. We need a picture. You're not old enough to have lived through the big hair days. Never judge how old somebody is, you guys. I was born between the 2 world wars. A lot of people don't know that. I know you're getting tired of this joke, but I'm going to keep using it because I made up this joke myself, and it's not very many jokes that I made up that I like. But I was born between the 2 world wars. World War II and the next one. That was part of your video, really? Cool. I can't wait to see it. Hey, cool kids. There he is, Big D's place. Hey, in the previous live stream, everybody was raving about your video. And I went to go look at it between live streams, and I couldn't find you because I couldn't remember your actual account name. Your username is Big D's Place, but I forgot about the place. And I searched for Big D, and I got all these rappers. And also Logan Paul for some reason. And I couldn't find your channel, and I couldn't remember what it was called, Big D's Place. So I will find it. Now that I have your comment in here, I'll have plenty of time to go find it using your username, Big D's Place. So sorry I haven't watched your video yet, but everybody says it was cool. So I'll take their word for that. I'll see if I can find a picture and post it. You have been forewarned. No, forewarned is not the word. We have been promised. We have been promised a beautiful picture of the sweetheart of the cool kids table in 80s cool hint. Okay, you want a hint of what I discovered that you're up to. It's well, I commented on it. It's I don't want to give it away if you don't want to talk about it publicly, if you want to keep that on the down low, but I commented on it and you commented back to me on it. Is that a big enough hint? You can handle the hair? What do you mean handle it? You act like it's a bad thing. You can embrace the big hair. Brother Daryl, there you are. Pam, let's please make us smile. Show us big 80s hair. Show us big 80s hair. Not aware of any secrets. Well, I just don't want to out you doing something as well as your current Pop's Wisdom Talk channel. If you don't want to talk about the other talk, the Pop's talk that's not wisdom, I don't want to bring it up if you don't want that talked about. See, he wrote Big D. Did that get hidden? That came through. No. The only thing I see is that Tyler typed some stuff and then retracted it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's allowing us to type Big D now, but it didn't like it before. That's pretty funny. You're silly? Well, listen, silly is our specialty. So I'm 100% in favor of silly. In fact, I invented silly. We do love Nana Yvonne. Yes. Do you like it when I call you Evie? Yvvie? It's like a term of endearment for Yvonne. I type Yvvie because if you hate that, put it in the chat and I'll stop doing it. I have a little laptop running over here with a script that's running for work, and every once in a while I have to. Yeah, every once in a while I have to restart it because it keeps stopping itself because it's dumb. Edit that part out. You didn't see me doing that. Edit that part out. Goonies never say die. You know, I only watched Goonies for the first time in my life this year. My wife insisted. It's like one of her all-time mega favorite movies of all time. When did that come out? 87, something like that? And I never saw it, which is crazy, but I liked it when I saw it. It was very 80s. I thought that if you want people to know who you were talking to or what you were talking about in a live stream, that you say who the person was and what they said. You do. Yeah, 100% you are correct. I love the way you do that. I love how you go through and you say, Nana says, I thought that Tyler says, thought about changing my name to Adventure Dad. Nana says, watching it, know what you're talking about. Yeah, 100%. Nana, I love how you do that. That's exactly the right thing. Adventure Dad. That's got a nice sound to it. Mayor. That's got a good sound to it. I like it, Tyler. I like Outdoor Tennessean as well. Outdoor Tennessean says a lot about what you are and where you are. But Adventure Dad sounds cool. I think Adventure Dad is less specific. You're not saying what kind of adventure, where Outdoor Tennessean is clearly an outdoor channel, right? Going to be having camping, fishing, maybe hunting, hiking. Adventure could be a lot of different things, but I don't have a problem with Adventure Dad. I think it's fine if that's what you want. It leans into the dad, you know. You could also be outdoor Tennessean dad if you wanted to, but I like the idea of leaning into the dad aspect of the channel. I think that's really important because I think that's one of the most powerful things about your channel is spending time with Brooks and, oh my goodness, what's your daughter's name? I forgot her name. No, Missy? What's her name? Missy? That's terrible. Anyway, Brooks and his sister. Yeah, I like it. I don't think you're new. I think you're a pro. You're 100% expert at this now. You are not new anymore. Anybody who's been live streaming more than a month and done like 4 live streams, you're not a rookie anymore. He goes, that's AI. He's talking about this picture. Yeah, I said it was when we first talked about it. Yep. You might look into more of that story about Ms. Parks. Okay. That would be radical, dude. By the way, CL, oh my goodness, that story you posted about your kitties when they were little babies with the little baby pictures of Milky Way and Miss Nick and what's the other one's name? Milky Way, Miss Nick, and Pound Cake. Oh my goodness, that was such a cute story. And that was you, right? That wasn't Koba's Cattails, was it? No, that was you, because I had Milky Way, and you got Milky Way. Oh my goodness, you know Koba's Cattails with the cats as well. So I'm careful. I gotta not mix you guys up. Those little baby kitten pictures were so cute, and they were nursing a mama's socks. That was so sweet. Oh my goodness, I love it. Hi CL, hi CL. Everybody says to him. Brian said, "No mullet. Can you do bangs?" That would be a no. I can do a mullet. Yeah, she's fine. Mrs. Escaping the Suburbs Metz is out on her typical Wednesday night thing that she always goes to over at the church. And she's doing her thing. She said that she might drop in and say hi in the chat at the first live stream, but she did not. So she might have watched. She might have been one of those 250 people who came in and checked it out and looked at it, but didn't comment. So we didn't get a hello from her, but she's doing fine. Everybody's good. Hey, Famous Mike. What's up, Daniel? Glad you're here, buddy. I enjoyed taking your spot tonight. Your 6 o'clock time slot was well tended. I probably didn't hit your numbers, but that's okay. Are there any other 80s babies in the chat? Good question. Didn't you graduate in the 80s? Of course. I did. Maybe you were asking Lori. Maybe you were asking me. The answer is yes. Ah, now you remember. Yes. So, yeah, I discovered Pop's other channel because he accidentally was logged into that channel when he said hello on Lori's live stream on, I think, Sunday night. And then he quick switched it up. But if you don't know how to have multiple YouTube channels, it's something to juggle, I'll tell you what. There's actually 2 other YouTube channels that I help manage for people, not me. And there is another YouTube channel that I was running about the same time I kicked this one off, but that one's kind of gone to sleep. I haven't done anything with it. But it's really easy to be logged into the wrong account at the wrong time when you go in and drop a comment and realize it and say, oops, delete. But, yeah, Pops has a channel called Pops Cigar Talk. And it's the same username, at Pops, but then Cigar, and then Talk. And so far, I think he's got 3 videos, and he's rolling cigars by hand and has learned how to do that and is sharing with us the skill, the process. It's really neat and inspiring to watch. Very cool. So, Mr. Pops, how do I get one of those sticks from you? That's what I want to know. How does one obtain a Pops stick? Because I have been thinking about trying cigars. I have had, 1 or 2 cigars in my life over the time, but I've never really been a cigar guy. But I've thought about, trying one now and then. You got to hook me up with a stick, buddy, for me to enjoy. Thank you for clarifying, Lori. I thought Daniel was asking if I graduated in the 80s. No, I think he was talking to me or Lori. Not judging, just speaking facts. Careful, Daniel. You're on thin ice, my man. Careful. You are treading where angels dare to tread. Talking to ladies about their age. You have to be crazy. Goonies are good enough, right? Goonie Goo Goo. Nana says Goonie Goo Goo. Dana, you're just a baby. I'm thinking Dana and Glenn are millennials, right? Are they millennials? If I had to guess, just judging by how cool they are, they must be millennials. They're so cool. Dana, you're just a baby. A beautiful baby. Chicks in the mirror. Okay, so are you saying you're not going to be the sweetheart of the cool kids table? Objects in the mirror are not as sweet as they appear. That's hilarious. Very funny. It's not true, but it's funny. Your stepdad graduated in 91. Okay. Yeah, that was funny. Class of 2011. Cool. Oh, Mila. How am I going to remember that name? There's no way to remember that name. I've never known anybody named Mila before. I have nothing to associate it with. How am I going to remember her name if there's nothing I could possibly associate it with? Oh, my goodness. Mila. Oh, my goodness. My Los Angeles? I'll have to work on that. So your son is the class of 2013, and Daniel is the class of 2011, and me and Lori, we're same age, born on the same day, the same hour. Not really. Lori thinks she's older than me, but she's not. She just thinks she's got me beat. But her and Sally both are younger than me. I was born between the two world wars, don't you know? My son is a class of 2013. She says, see, my kids were homeschooled, so it's really hard for me to know what year they graduated. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what years my kids graduated from. You know, when you're homeschooling kids, you have a choice. You can either put on a big graduation ceremony, have a big party, invite your friends over and do it up big as big as you want and celebrate it. Or you can just high-five the kid and say, good job. And we chose the latter. You know, if the kids wanted to have a party or something, we would have done it. But they were just happy that, you know, high school was over. So we did homeschool all 6 of our kids. Even the one going way back, our first kid was born in 93. And all of them were homeschooled starting at, you know, kindergarten age and up. And the youngest one's 10 years younger than her. So, yeah, that's like 12 years of school plus another 10. There's a lot of homeschool. But I don't remember the years they graduated. You know, I can tell you when they were born. I did my job. I remember their birthdays and the year they were born. How about that? Class of 98. Okay, so that puts you squarely in millennial age. Is that right? Are you a millennial then? No, that's not true. If you're a class of 98, you were born like in 90. I don't think that makes you a... no, yeah, that makes you a millennial. Tyler's a millennial. Dana's class of 02. Okay. Cool. Dana could be your aunt. Your oldest daughter's class of 2000. Oh, gee, yes, the little babies. Their baby pictures were so cute. They have those cute little kitten faces. Suzuki, by the way, has fallen asleep. I guess she tired herself out playing with that spool of... which thankfully she did not unspool the line, but she's fallen asleep over there. So that's a good thing. She fell asleep on a reusable Publix shopping bag, of all things. Graduated in the 80s, like all the cool kids did, of course. Dylan's here. The 80s were so rad. They were the most radical thing ever. I love your picture there of you and Pam together. That's a great pic there. You guys look so awesome. You guys are the cutest couple. I don't know if you were here, Dylan, when you said it before. When we said it before, we've decided that Pam is officially the sweetheart of the cool kids table. So, you know, I got some other stuff I was going to show. Let's take a break from the comments for a second. There was some. What else did I have on my little thing here? Okay, comment of the week. Something I'm going to try doing from now on. I told you guys about this in the last live stream. This guy wrote about me talking about my video. Remember the video when I was talking about boundaries? He said, he sounds like a sociopathic lizard developing a strategy to appear to be a normal human. That was the funniest comment ever. Oh, man, I laughed at that one. That one's funny. I don't know if this fella, Paul LeBon, was just making a joke or trying to be mean. I don't know if he thought he was going to hurt my feelings, but, man, he cracked me up. As you can see, I pinned the comment and replied. So that's what I'm going to do with hater comments or comments that are insulting. I'm going to pin them. As long as they're not cursing and being vile and vulgar, in which case they're just getting deleted and blocked. But, yeah, say something funny like that. Comment of the week. That's something we're going to start doing. I'm going to start showing you my favorite comment of the week. How about that? That'll be cool. Let's see, what else did I have to show you? The new emojis for members. If you didn't see those, I did make some new member emojis. So we got a winning the week sticker emoji, and I've got a Guinness emoji there that you can put in the live stream. If you want to use the Guinness emoji, I'm going to assume that that means you're buying me a Guinness. And I will thank you profusely for that. See everybody saying hi to Dylan, which is wonderful. If I can stop smoking them faster than I roll them, I'll send you one. Email with your mailing info, and I'll see if I can spare a couple. Thank you, sir. That is awesome. I will shoot you an email later tonight or tomorrow. Is that cool? Boy, what did I say wrong? A whole bunch of people just dropped off. Livestream just went from 17 down to 9 watching. Somebody didn't like whatever I said. Whatever, I don't care. Maybe it's a false message. Did any 80s youth see the movie Rad? I do not remember the movie Rad, no. I'm afraid not. Is it cool? Okay, yeah, so we got you guys right about being millennials. Mila is my love. That's one way I can maybe remember it. That might work. My love. Your son graduated then. Hey, CL. It's like OMG. What is? I don't know what you're talking about there. Your promo 2000. We're talking high school, right? Yes, we were talking about when people graduated from high school. So your class of 2000, I'm going to put you in the millennial group, right, Geraldine? Good to see you again. Thank you for rejoining. Of course, I remember Moon Zappa, Moon Unit. She had a song with her dad, Frank. It was called Valley Girl. And Moon Unit also sang on a little-known song called Talking About It with her brother, Dweezil Zappa. So, yes, I do remember Moon Unit. She was very funny. There was a recent video, I guess that there was a lot of drama with her mom after her dad died. Unfortunately, some of the kids got screwed over on, some of the Frank Zappa money. It's really a shame. It's a real shame when a family that's closely knit, tightly knit like that, the superstar musician dies and the family falls apart and now they all hate each other. What a shame. It's terrible. Daniel, you are squarely in the land of millennial. Yep. You see 1699. Yeah, I was wondering if that was false. The little chart. Actually, see the little chart's going back. You guys want to see it? I'll show it to you. Let me share the screen here and see if this works. Yeah, so this is the chart since we first went live, and there's, roughly 15 or 16 people watching. More people come in and go. For a minute there, right about here, it dropped down to 9. The chart went, woo, way down here. And it seems to have repaired itself and jumped back up. So I guess it was a false number. No biggie. If you're into BMXing, it was a cool movie. Oh, so Rad had a lot of BMX biking and stuff. That's cool. Motocross. Tyler, are you still here? Lori wants to know. Is it bad that I was listening to the Backstreet Boys Millennium album the other day and you liked it? No, that's not bad. Does it mean we can't be friends? Yes, we cannot be friends. I'm just kidding, Daniel. I'm just kidding. We can still be friends. You like what you like, buddy. Because you're not going to like what I like. I'll tell you what my band right now is. My jam that I've been listening to a lot lately. And some of you millennials will know this band. I think that all of you Gen Xers will know this band because they were huge in the early 90s. No, they weren't. They were not ever huge. But that's their period of time when they were coolest, was Primus. Do any of you guys remember Primus? And there are two big songs that were all over the radio. Well, first of all, they had a song all over MTV all the time where they were dancing around in these weird rubber suits that made them look like action figure cowboys or something. But they had Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. Do you guys remember Primus? Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. And what was the other big song they had? I say big, it was MTV big. It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. I like Primus. That was a cool band. You want me to play some guitar and sing? But the guitar's way over there off camera. If I get up to go get it, that means I have to pull a Daniel. I can't do that. I can't be pulling a Daniel here. Not even to go get the guitar and sing you a song. All right. I will do it. All right. This one is for Lori. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I'm pulling stuff all over the place, making a big problem here. All right, this one's for Lori. Well, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you was gone. That's for you, Lori. Hope you liked it. That's another blast from the past. I think all of us Gen Xers know what that song came from. Okay, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what the comments say now that I've done that. All right, let's see here. See, this is a man of culture right here, okay? I just want you to know, Pam, Dylan is a prince among men. He is 100% bona fide man's man to say a comment like this. You learned a lot of BS in English too. Wait, did I miss the first half of a sentence here? You learned a lot of BS in English too. I feel like I'm coming in halfway on a sentence here. I will just have to take your word at it. See, later on you say, I should retract that comment. That's really funny. Just a question. Okay, so Tyler is here. Just a question. I need a new show to watch, and we seem to like the same stuff. Cool. Well, Lori, I don't think you would like to watch a Primus concert. I don't think that would be your bag. My Name is Mud. That's the song right there. That's the jam. My Name is Mud. Oh, and the other song I like from them, this never got really popular or famous, was DMV. They had a song about, I know what hell is. It's the DMV. My Name is Mud. Very good, Glenn. Well, hello there, Ollie G. We saved you a spot here at the table. We got you a spot right here at the Cool Kids table. Have a seat, because I just want to tell you, if you have not watched this video yet, watch this video. Lori made a video that came out, when was it, Lori? Was it Monday, Tuesday, something like that? About God's winks. Oh my goodness, this one's a banger. You guys don't know how good this video is. If you haven't watched it, Lori, this might be the best video you ever did. but it's talking about the fact that God is talking to you, to us, all of us, but sometimes we don't hear. A lot of people don't think that God can talk to you, which, boy, that would be a terrible way to live. But listen, Lori, I'm giving you some props, girl. That was a really good one. That was a banger, as the young'uns say. And I think everybody here probably got a chance to watch my boundaries video, which was pretty important to me as a topic. But a lot of you seem to have already read the book Boundaries, which is great. Pretty important topic, but, you know, well, I said everything I need to say in the video. I don't need to rehash all that again. All right, we got to get caught up on the chat because I got to see what kind of explosive nonsense you guys are saying after my song for Lori there. I knew he'd go. That's the I'm gonna go pull a Daniel, right? Yes. You should not retract that comment. It's 100% true. Abbott Elementary is good. Woo! Tiffany knows Primus. Devil went down to Georgia. Copyright for sure. That's right. Oh yeah. That. By the way, that performance was 0% AI. I don't have any AI involved in my performance for you right there, ladies and gentlemen. You want more? Yeah, Nana knows that was a song from Hee Haw. Exactly. Very good. I bet you a lot of you did. More, she says. No, he says. Oh, what show did he recommend? He said Abbott Elementary. Oh, so see, I thought you were talking about the school you went to when we were talking about when you graduated. So Abbott Elementary is the TV show you're recommending. Got it. Okay. Very good. So she says, I'll check it out. It's on ABC. Also, Ted Lasso and Severance. I watched Severance. I got to tell you, Severance was crazy. Every single episode, I got to the end of Severance, I was like, what the heck is going on? What in the world is happening? It's like mind-blowing, but also confusing, but also like, OMG, what is happening? It's got the guy from Parks and Rec on it. The guy that was Leslie Knope's boyfriend in Parks and Rec. I don't know that guy's name. That actor, but he's in a lot of stuff now. Severance, whew, that one is a mind bender. I kind of got the feeling they're not sure what to do with it because they got renewed, and so they had to make season 2. And I guess there's going to be a season 3. It's got John Turturro. I like John Turturro a lot. Remember him from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Yeah, he was funny. He's a good actor. And he was also in, he was the purple Jesus in, what's the name of it? I keep on wanting to say My Name is Earl, but it's not My Name is Earl. What was the movie? The Dude. What's it called? The Dude. What's the name of that movie? Can't think of it. Is Ted Lasso good? That's cool. I never heard of the Madison. Lori says Ted Lasso is good. You saw Primus live? That's awesome. My name is Mud. Yep. I have seen Primus live as well. One of the coolest concerts I saw live was Cheap Trick at a water park, like in 1992 or 1991. But the nicest, most enjoyable, peaceful, beautiful concert I ever saw was Mark Knopfler live at a really nice theater. Oh, that was classy. 2007. It was great. You have seen those videos. They are bangers, yeah. Especially the God Winks one. Did you see Primus on the 25th anniversary South Park concert? No. I know that they are really big in the South Park thing and they do the theme song and all that stuff, but I never have watched South Park in my life. Every once in a while you come across somebody in your life who is a big fan of South Park, and they have a South Park reference for everything, every situation in life. But I've never seen South Park, never watched a single one of them. So no, I did not see the Primus anniversary South Park concert. Sorry, but I probably would like it because I like Primus. Now it's a party. Now that she's here. Oh, you like Severance too? Yeah, it was crazy, man. I'm telling you, it was the craziest, most insane TV show I've ever seen. It gets you thinking for sure. And every time you think you know what maybe is going on, what's interesting is to watch the like slowly you start to understand what's happening in the opening credits, but at the beginning of the season, you see the opening credits and you're like, what is happening? It's insane. I saw them years ago at the House of Blues, and they were dressed as the Sgt. Pepper's Band and did a bunch of covers from the Beatles and Pink Floyd. It was awesome. That sounds like them. That's cool. Yes, you should. 100%. You've been warned. It's crazy, but it is also enjoyable and good and crazy. Yes, I did watch season 2. Yeah. Thank you so much. See, I told you this guy's a prince, the Big Lebowski. I was completely blanking on that, the dude. You'd think I could remember the Big Lebowski. I don't know. But it really pulled the room together. Kind of slow in the start. However, it picks up. I don't think it's that slow. Honestly, I think that that TV show gets off to a insane start. You never saw them? They're still out there. You want to see something really cool? If you like Primus, they recently had to switch drummers, pick up a new drummer. Their longtime drummer wanted to take a long break. It's like the third time he's decided I'm going to take a break. So they did auditions, and they auditioned drummers that they found on the internet. And there's a really cool special from about a year ago that shows the Primus Intergalactic Drummer Contest or something like that, as they were going through about 10 different drummers, auditioning them and then bringing people back for a second round. It's really neat. It's kind of like when Metallica did that for bass players, but you really get a good feel for what the band is like and what the two guys in Primus are like that are not drummers. The Lair and Les. It's cool. Go look for it. It's on YouTube. It's easy to find. Tool was your favorite concert. I have never seen them. You saw Kiss in the 90s. That's cool. Their farewell tour. Yeah, they're never farewelling. Every single time Gene says this is it, this is over, it's a money grab. They're never going to be gone. They I don't know. Kiss will be here at the end of all time like cockroaches. They're never going away. They've been faring well ever since. Exactly. They're never actually going to leave. I have the best of all time. She got I assume you mean the best wife. I have the best wife of all time. She got Metallica tickets for my birthday a couple summers ago. Best concert I ever saw. Cool. You want to know, Dylan, what I thought the best Metallica video concert was when they were in Ireland, and they played Whiskey in the Jar, which is the old Thin Lizzy song, which is a traditional Irish song. And oh my goodness, when they played Whiskey in the Jar, Metallica style, that Irish arena went nuts. I'm sure you've seen it. You probably already know what I'm talking about. But oh my goodness, seeing the crowd go insane to have basically their national anthem played for them was so cool. Primus played with Ween and a guy from Rush at that concert. It's pretty good. That's cool. They are huge Rush fans. They were the opening act for Rush in the 90s during a Rush tour, and they became very good friends with Rush. And Les, obviously, is a big Geddy Lee fan. Les has got to be the best bass player of all time. I'm going to just throw that down. You can have your Victor Wooten and you can have your Geddy Lee. I think Les Claypool is one of the most amazing bass players in the history of mankind. He's just a monster. I said what I said. He retyped it because he left out the word wife. But we knew what you meant. And she doesn't even like metal. Oh, I'm so surprised. Pam doesn't like metal. I'm so shocked. Every time I watch your videos, I think to myself, there's a headbanger right there. Oh, yeah. That girl right there bangs her head. I know she does. I know she's out there like charging after it with Slayer. She's a big Anthrax fan. That one I know for a fact. I'm just kidding. I don't really do sarcasm very well. My wife says I shouldn't try sarcasm because I'm no good at it. What does she know? Guns N' Roses a couple years ago, and they were good. Metallica in Ireland would be, oh my goodness, you got to look up that video of Metallica playing Whiskey in the Jar live. Like I say, it was a pretty popular song from Thin Lizzy, the Irish rock band. I think they played it in the 70s, probably. But it's like a folk song from Irish like history. But oh my gosh, they play it and the crowd goes absolutely insane. Do you like that, Pam? Oh yeah, you big headbanger, you. She's Alberta's greatest heavy metal fan, I tell you. Hey, I don't blame you for liking Flea. Flea is cool. Flea's just a cool dude. I like watching interviews with him. He's a jazz trumpeter. He's a deep literary guy. Dylan, I make a recommendation to you. If you haven't read Flea's book, I recommend it. It's a good read. So, if you like Flea and he's your favorite already, you're going to like the book. You probably already got the book. I've seen Slayer. I met Kerry King. He was an awesome guy. Signed everything. Gave me a Slayer shot glass and poster and shirt. Dang, man. Wow. You're like Mr. Slayer now. That's what I'm going to call you from now on, Glenn. You're Mr. Slayer. You're their #1 fan. Very cool. Well, hey, look at the time. Boy, I tell you what, time is just flying by. It's almost like the time just flies by because we're having so much fun, you know? We're having a great time. Us 16 or so folks just chilling out here, hanging around the couch, talking about whatever there is to talk about. Can you imagine how fun it would be if all 16 or whatever it is of us were actually sitting in a room together, talking back and forth and actually conversing? It would be so cool. If we didn't have to like read the chat with each other, you could just talk and you could like hear somebody point, like, yes, that's true. That would be so cool. Oh, you saw that would be so awesome. So we have to make it happen, guys. We have to have a meetup. I suggest we look at everybody's location on a map, put in a pin in the map, and find the geographic center of our force of gravity and say we got to have a meetup. Maybe a meetup in 2027 or something. We start planning for a meetup. It'd be a road trip of all road trips. By the way, speaking of road trips, did you guys see Rob the Maritimer showed up at the end of the live stream? The previous one, the live stream from the other night? I mean, from 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. I didn't realize it till after it was over, and I went back and looked at the chat and saw everybody in there, but Rob the Maritimer showed up, so it's kind of his fault that I was doing a mobile-based live stream because he and I were talking about the dual mode thing that didn't work out very good. I hated that dual mode because it made 2 live streams, wide and vertical, and it separated the chat. So if you're in one, you couldn't see the other group in the other. And if you're in the wide, you couldn't see the comments in the chat. So he and I were talking about that, and his suggestion, I think, makes a lot of sense, which is if you want to go vertical live once in a while, but mostly do these wide lives, do that. Don't do them at the same time. And if you want to do mostly vertical lives all the time, and every once in a while do a wide one, do that. But don't do them at the same time because it splits the audience into 2 chat rooms, and that was no fun. So I'm glad I did a vertical live earlier tonight. I think the idea is not to do 2 of them at the same night, right? Like, do a vertical live stream once in a while, and I'll probably do that every now and then. I might just fire up the phone and do like a quick 10-minute live stream sometime ad hoc if I'm somewhere cool that you guys would like. Maybe if I'm out making a video somewhere, in the middle of filming the video, why not just go live for 10 minutes and say hi to whoever happens to notice and drop in and say, hey, what's up, guys? And show off the location where we're filming or something. That'd be pretty cool. Let's take another sip. I'm going to have to get off. I can feel my voice starting to go crazy here because doing 2 live streams. We had the 1-hour live stream at 6 and over an hour now here at 8. So, yeah, I hung up on Rob. That was a bummer. I'll have to send him a message and tell him, hey, why is my overlay the wrong color. Hang on a second. We got to fix that. I changed the color of my outlines to yellow, but I didn't do it to the chat window. Whoops. There we go. Now it matches. None of you guys told me that my chat window was still gray. What is wrong with you guys? Man. You'd like to see a truck talk live. See, that's a cool idea. A driving live streaming truck talk. That'd be pretty cool. I'll have to do that. That would be fun. Seems like that microphone thing worked pretty good too. So the Hollyland microphone. Now I got the newer iPhone pretty recently, and the plug is USB-C, but the old iPhone, oh, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. You can't see it because I have the focus trained on me. I think if I do this, let's try this. Hold on. Doop, focus. There we go. Yeah, what do you call that? Lightning or something? That's what the old one looked like. And then it came with 2 of these microphones, and it was only like $50 or something, so pretty cheap. They work. It's just that it's not focus back. There we go. It doesn't have the magnet on it, which is nice. I could probably like hot glue a magnet onto it. That would be cool. But it's the Lightning camera. So my older iPhone. Who's messaging me on the old one? That my older iPhone works with that microphone, so I could go live stream with that microphone while driving. It does a pretty good noise canceling. I don't know if you noticed when I plugged it in out on the back porch. About 10 seconds after I plugged it in, the background noise dropped because it's got noise canceling built into that microphone. So I'll use that. I'll do a truck talk live. That'd be pretty cool. Good idea. You're a genius. You're happy that Dylan is meeting some of your YouTuber people family group. Exactly. Myrtle Beach is close to the center. Myrtle Beach is nowhere near close to Alberta. What are you talking about, dude? And Lori goes, it would be an awful place. That's funny. Yeah, the meetup would be a lot of fun. We'd have a good time. Nana says it would be awesome. Jen says it would be cool. Allie says it would be cool. Allie's the one that had the Truck Talk Live idea, so she's getting credit for that one. I got to remember to give her credit on that. Hey, Metz just got home. I should go help her carry her stuff in. She's got a lot of stuff. I'm going to have to sign off, guys. I'm glad we're all getting to meet Dylan, too. Definitely. With some of our friends being in Australia, yeah, we might have to not count the Australia one because you're right. The center of gravity would put us in the Atlantic Ocean. True enough. It is nice there, though. He means Myrtle Beach. Middle of Ohio, somewhere in a cornfield. That's where we'll meet. All right, I'm going to go help Mrs. Escape in the Suburbs, a.k.a. Debbie, bring her stuff in. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So thank you very much for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. Hope you all have a fantastic evening. Enjoy the rest of your week. We are winning this week. I'll have a video out for you on Friday, so watch for that. It's going to be a banger. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Thank you so much. I love every single one of you. You're my favorite people. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll see you guys next time.